Tom, I read an interesting article this week about millennials, and millennials are often described as the first American generation that will do worse financially than its parents. But this week, the Atlantic magazine reported household income that is reported by millennials. They're actually making the same type of money that previous generations did at their same age. So the boomers and the Gen Xers, there's not a real drop off on sort of the income level. And that's contrary to the narrative that we heard over the last 10 years. And I think the Atlantic was making a very interesting case that we've thought about the millennials as being a renter generation and a financially poor generation, but it seems like the older they get, the less that's coming true. How have you sort of seen that? And then there should be probably a massive wave of millennials that are going to start making their first home purchase. So how has that affected the industry, and how would you advise millennials that, are looking to buy their first home?
Well, that's a great question, Brandon. I've got two daughters that are millennials, and they're a couple of the good ones. And, there are, I think maybe that generation has gotten a bad rap, just like my generation got a bad rap when we were young. We've all been kids once, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're just in a totally different age. There's a lot that I think people are still learning as we go, like it's always been, right? Except that now everything's under the microscope of digital technology, and people can't just do goofy stuff and have it disappear into their past anymore when you've got social media and TikTok and all this stuff flying around. But I have done mortgages for a lot of really awesome millennials, done a lot of loans for a bunch of, maybe less sophisticated Gen Xers, and vice versa. I mean, I think you can find people in every generation that are going to be cream of the crop and maybe not so much. But I think housing is a basic need, right?
Yeah.
I think people in America, the American dream has always been to own your own home. And I think our, current young generation that's coming up right now, there's a lot that they saw and learned from their parents through their, iPhone screens or whatever, that stuck. Good stuff, good American stuff. And I think we're going to see a lot of those people continuing to buy and invest in real estate. And I think they're going to carry on the legacy that their parents and grandparents got them started with.